When I saw my elderly neighbor crying over her third eviction notice this month, I realized our landlord had been counting on us not knowing American housing law. This happened 6 months ago, but the case just settled last week. I moved to this country 12 years ago for graduate school, ended up staying, and now work as a paralegal. Not the engineering career my parents dreamed of, but it pays the bills. The building where I lived was, how to say it, a United Nations of working families. Mostly recent immigrants, many undocumented, all trying to build better lives. Our landlord, Richard Castellano, specifically targeted us. His property management company, Castle Holdings, owned 6 buildings in our neighborhood, all in the same condition, barely legal, always threatening to tip into uninhabitable. To me, became clear his system when Mrs. Chen from 3B knocked on my door at midnight, shaking. "He says I must leave in 3 days or he calls immigration," she whispered in Mandarin. Her crime? Requesting repairs for the black mold spreading across her bathroom ceiling. This was his pattern. Rent to vulnerable immigrants, ignore repair requests. When tenants complain, threaten them with ICE or immediate eviction. Most moved out quietly, forfeiting security deposits he'd claim were for damages. Then he'd raise rent 40% for the next desperate family. The breaking point came when the Mahmoud family's ceiling collapsed, thankfully when no one was home. Instead of repairs, Castellano served them with an eviction notice for creating unsafe conditions. They had a newborn. The hospital had already documented the baby's respiratory issues from our building's mold. Standing in my apartment that night, surrounded by 3 years of meticulously kept records, every ignored repair request, every illegal entry, every threat I'd witnessed, I realized something. Castellano thought we were powerless because we were foreign, because some of us were undocumented, because we didn't know the system. He had no idea who he was dealing with.